Despite its name, the 2025 Lincoln Aviator can't fly, but this one does ride on air. This generation of the Aviator has been around since 2019, but has been updated for 2025. The most noticeable changes up front where it gets the Lincoln brand's new larger ovalish grille, which has this pattern that's basically a bunch of little Lincoln logos. Behind it, you'll find the only engine available in an Aviator. It's 400 horsepower, 3-liter turbocharged V6 that you can get with either rear-wheel drive or all-wheel drive and a 10-speed automatic transmission. Lincoln used to offer a plug-in hybrid version of the Aviator called the Grand Touring, but discontinued that last year and isn't planning on bringing it back anytime soon. Instead, this is being offered in 3 trim levels. You've got the entry-level Premier for $60,525, the Reserve for $66,855, and this top-of-the-line Black Label, which comes fully loaded for $88,840. Standard features across the lineup include an adaptive suspension system, heated and ventilated front seats, panoramic sunroof, and the Lincoln Copilot 360 package of electronic drive aids, including adaptive cruise control, lane keeping, and evasive steering assist that lightly helps direct you around obstacles in the road. The interior has been redesigned with a new digital instrument cluster and a larger touchscreen for the infotainment system, along with a reconfigured center console that still has a piano-style transmission selector, which I don't think is the best, and a volume knob, although it's moved all the climate controls up onto the screen. I do like these fancy roll tops for the wireless charging pad and the cup holders. Most of the differences between the trim levels has to do with the materials and the refinement of the interior. This Black Label's got this very snazzy open pore wood with etched designs, and front seats that can be adjusted 30 different ways, including the shoulders, the legs, and have massage. Lincoln calls the infotainment system the Lincoln Digital Experience, and it comes with Apple CarPlay and Android Auto smartphone integration, plus Alexa, plus Google Assistant, and you can load apps from the Google Play Store, including YouTube, which works when the vehicle's parked. Some good stuff on there. The third row only has 2 seats and is a little snug compared to the ones you'll find in competitors like the Lexus TX and Acura MDX. But the second row has plenty of room for a 6'1" passenger to fit behind a 6'1" driver with the seat set comfortably for them. And if you spend $480 on this center console, it's a very first-class experience. You even get controls for the sunshade on that standard panoramic roof. And there's storage and cup holders and a touchscreen you could use to control the audio system, climate control, and the heated and cooled seats back here. And in the case of the Black Label, that audio system is a Revel Ultima with 28 speakers. The Aviator has pretty good cargo space behind the third row, but those seats might be best when you use the power function to fold them down and make more room. The one big functional upgrade that the Black Label gets compared to the other trims is an Air Glide air suspension system, which is what I was talking about at the beginning of the video. It also has the computer-controlled shocks and is absolutely marvelous. This road is about the toughest test you could put any vehicle through. It's got turns, humps, and mismatched pavement all over the place. But this is gliding over it like the proverbial magic carpet, even with those giant 22-inch wheels and low-profile tires. It works in conjunction with the Aviator's drive modes for the traction and stability control systems, which include one for deep conditions, in case you get those big tires stuck in the mud or snow. While Excite takes you to what looks like Planet Mustafar, really kicks things up a notch. That 400 horsepower feels like more than you need, and this can tow up to 5,000 pounds, but it only gets 20 miles per gallon combined, 25 on the highway. Not bad for this class, but also not special. But for when you're on the highway, all Aviators come standard with Lincoln's Blue Cruise hands-free highway driving feature, which does lane centering adaptive cruise control and will change lanes when you hit the turn signal and there's room to move. It requires a subscription to operate, but 4 years are included in the price of the vehicle. Blue Cruise has been improved over the years and will continue to be improved, although I think GM's similar Super Cruise is just a little bit better. I do find myself using it more often than not, though. Speaking of GM, the Cadillac XT6 is really the only domestic competition for this. with Chrysler out of the game. And while it's nice, it's starting to seem dated. This has a more luxurious feel, and for what it's worth, is more fun to drive. This also more than holds its own against the Audi Q7, and I think holds up pretty nicely against the BMW X7 and Mercedes GLS, which have starting prices where this one leaves off. As for the Japanese competitors, they are all roomier, and the ones that match up with this on power cost about the same. In the case of the Acura MDX, that would be the Type S, and for the Lexus TX, the TX 500h F Sport Performance, which is a hybrid. But the Genesis GV80 may be the closest in style and feel to the Aviator. I'm gonna be honest with you, I'm having trouble thinking of a way to wrap this review up. It's just very competent across the board and a solid entry in the class.